Hello and welcome to The Takeaway with Tyra. Thank you for joining me today. Now, so that you don't miss out on any of my updates, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also like hearing from you, so go ahead and like and comment. My guests are always exciting and have great things to share with us. What I do on this show is I have one guest and I ask them one question. Then they get the floor. So here we go.
So thank you once again for joining me here on The Takeaway. I'm so glad you're here. And I am super excited, as always, because my guest joins me all the way from Germany, Antje Hahn. Did I say that correctly?
Yes. Okay.
I'm so glad you're here today, Antje. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Super. So folks, Antje is, as I said, from Germany. She is one of the ladies on our ONPASSIVE leadership team, which is a wonderful blessing. She is busy. I know that because when you're in that position, you're much more busier. And I am so glad that you were able to take time today, because my question has been, because I've watched you on webinars, I've watched you on different things, and what is it from being a founding member and now also on leadership, what is it that has created such passion and a real commitment for you with ONPASSIVE? So the floor is yours. You take it away, Antje.
Okay. Interrupt me if it is too long. No. Let's start with the bad and end up with the good. So like in a movie. Because of a lot of things I experienced in my childhood as a teenager, I had lost all my belief in humanity. In the good human beings. Yeah. To be honest, after 9/11, I didn't believe in any good thing for years, and I never really recovered. A piece of me died during this time. Yeah. And in addition, I was very unlucky in my job. But yeah, I had no choice. I worked in the bank, and there you have less humanity. Yeah, it's all about the money, less emotions, and yeah, it's like empty suits sometimes. Not every one of them is a bad person, but it's another world. Yeah, you can say it's another world. And I'm pretty happy. I left the bank meanwhile 6 years ago now, and I'm working in the social sector now. So this is the bad part. So that's yeah. Let's I would start with like I heard from ONPASSIVE. I came to ONPASSIVE through my lovely mother. She introduced me to ONPASSIVE, and at the beginning, I didn't believe it at all. I thought, okay, what's that for a business? No, it's not possible. Yeah, I couldn't believe that a man would like to share money with me and think more about humanity than about himself. Yeah, he wants to uplift humanity, and I thought, okay, that's my dream, but no, it's not possible. No, yeah. But there arose a little flame in me of hope, yeah. And I mean, there's actually enough money on our planet, so everyone could be fine, but it's just completely wrong distributed. Unfortunately, yeah. No one would have to go hungry, die of thirst, or live without education, be homeless, and so on and so on. So we could all have a wonderful life. And I always wished to have such a life and this opportunity. And there was Ash, and there was this little hope, yeah. I got very curious about this CEO. What is that for a person, and what is all the on passive thing about. So I started to attend a lot of webinars about on passive. If I have passion for something, I want to know nearly everything, really everything. Yeah, that's yeah, that's my kind of way. And then the day came where I had my moment where I attended the first live webinar with Ash, and there it happened. Hearing him speak was life-changing for me personally. Yeah? I could see his heart through his words, his honesty and his realness. I never experienced something like that before, to be honest. There was a special connection I can't explain till today. I never met a person before in who I found myself in so many ways. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I'm very I admire him a lot, and he's so smart, but at the same time so human and selfless, and that's one of a kind. If you look into our world, yeah, you don't find such a rare diamond in every corner of the world. So yeah, he's something special. Most of people are greedy and they have enough money, but they want more and more and more. It's like a virus if you have money sometimes. Yeah. So because of all of that, I admit our CEO and on passive. So the little flame in me grew up to a big fire in my body, in my heart, and it's shining bright there, and it's burning. It's yeah. In the German-speaking community, there are less people talking English. We have a lot of elderly people. They never learned English at school. So I used my passion and love for Ash and on passive and started to translate everything he said. So I listened to him, and at the same time I write in German. So it's pretty tough, but yeah, practice and practice. So or watching a recording, and so I can transport the message, the word, the feeling of our CEO to my German-speaking community. So for me, that was important. I wanted them to know Ash, or to see Ash like I do with my eyes. And because of this special connection, this, yeah, and I loved Ash. So in the end, Ash gave me back all my belief in humanity. Yeah, wow. First my hope, then knowledge, and in the end, it's certainty, 100%. So yeah, it's. So I started my founder life with disbelief and doubts, and since this point, I'm still at my certainty and 1000%, 100%, whatever. Can you imagine how it feels to get all this back after 20 years?
Wow!
From no hope to this point, it's yeah. I guess that's the point why I'm so in love with ONPASSIVE, and yeah, it's like being alive again, like Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, she got a kiss and everything is fine. Yeah. Sean Cyrus once called me Cinderella, and I sometimes I feel like I got my special moment and a different life now. It's hard to describe and incomparable in the end. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. So did you find there was one particular thing that came out that Ashmufara was saying that really connected and resonated for you, or it was a culmination of all the things?
I guess it was the combination. His honesty, his transparency. He's a human. He wants to share money. I mean, yeah, it's the package. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. It's yeah. I mean, if you imagine, it will be overwhelming. What we as a crowd of human beings will have positive might, and yeah, let's say a positive weapon. We have the willing and to change our planet, and it will be like a wave, like an earthquake. Charles always say it will be an internet earthquake, something like that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And it will be monumental in the end.
That's wonderful.
And
well,
sorry, yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I love to know new people or different people from other nations, from other countries and traditions. I just love human beings. That's a big point for me. You learn so much more from other person. And inside we are all the same. We have red blood. We have a lot in common. We have the same wishes and dreams, but sometimes we forget it, or we forgot it. And now we are a crowd of, we are family. And this feeling brings a lot of energy. It makes me happy, just happy. I can't explain it. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is a, I want to say a true vein within the ONPASSIVE community in the similar passions and commitment. And, I often hear people say, when someone has a heart for humanity, and people will say, well, what do you think? You're going to save the world? Like, who do you think you are? But when you consider in your circle, you're affecting people. In my circle, I'm affecting people. Now let's take 1 million people, which ONPASSIVE is nearly, and they each affect people in their area. Can you imagine what is going to happen? So I'm really hearing you. It's really resonating when you're speaking of passion and commitment, of course. And it's exciting to hear, the struggle of you losing that hope and just seeing a bad end of humanity, which of course we're aware that there is, but to come across something like this that brings a passion, a spark back into your heart, that to me is just priceless. I mean, we've heard so many times people get in because of the kind of structure ONPASSIVE is, and the kind of profit sharing, and the kind of, as we say, apples that are going to come in. But there's more to it than that, isn't there?
Yeah. Definitely. I have no background with networks or something like that. So that is a different, for me, this is a totally new market, let's say. I try to learn the products, and I want to know everything, but for me it's the humanity, it's the special reason. I mean, all these people, it's okay. I can't wait to travel the world and see Bangladesh, USA, and Africa, Canada, Spain, and I want to hug so many people. We see us on Zoom, but we can't touch, we can't hug each other. Yeah. And I guess I will need at least 1 year until I will hug everyone, and then kind of, start again. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will travel the world forever. So I want to have dinner with Ash and laughing with Chris and meeting Marty and Julian, all these fantastic people.
Yes.
Because there's such a special connection between us. We are traveling the world, the internet world,
Yes.
the webinar world, and we are very close. And this is a gift. It's priceless, definitely.
It's really something, you know, that was probably my biggest draw, because I too have done different things and been disappointed. And when I heard on one of the first webinars when I joined, Ash Mufarah speaking of, why have all this money and you know there's children without shoes, there's people that have dirty water to drink, and I'm listening to this. I mean, he's well-to-do, he's set up, he doesn't need to do any of this, right? And I'm listening to this down-to-earth human being, and I was crying, because I've been in third world countries on mission trips, and I've seen people with dirty water and no shoes, and, you know, and here is this man that has made it big in his own right. And as you said, he's real, he's transparent, and he has a heart to help people. So who's he going to draw? People like you that want to help people.
Yeah.
That is just, that is really something. To be a part of a company such as this, and know, I know Mike Ellis says this often of, you know, we're going to care for our bottom line because we each have whatever we have in our own lives and financially and such. But then we're all going to look outward, because there's so much more. You know, I've always believed, I have a strong faith in God, and I've always believed that God blesses us to be a blessing to others. Who wants to sit in an ivory tower by themselves? It's so much nicer to have a community of people like yourself that are very like-minded.
Absolutely. How can you enjoy having a wonderful life if your neighbor is not happy? I can't. There are people who can, but I can, and Ash cannot.
Yes. And that's the kind of people that are being drawn into ONPASSIVE, is that very type. I mean, like I said, most of us were first drawn because of the profit sharing, what's going to happen to us personally. But man, you get in and you learn about this company and you learn about the people, and it's like, that's not the thing anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So, you know, if you're listening to this and you've never heard of ONPASSIVE, I want to encourage you, head over when we're done here. Don't leave us. Head over to onpassive.com. Our company website is full of information about our CEO, about our locations, our products. And I mean, what you're seeing is just the tip of the iceberg, because ONPASSIVE is just going to continue to grow as it goes public and bring out more and more products and services. So check that out. Reach out to Angie or myself. We would be more than willing to help you out and make sure you get a position secured with ONPASSIVE, and you can come on the inside and see what we're talking about, because we are not launched out to the public yet. There's certain things we can't share because it's just for the founders at this time. But I want to encourage you to join us, to check it out. My goodness, there's no reason why you wouldn't get enough information with ONPASSIVE, because there is so much out there. So Angie, in closing, what do you want to tell us as we close the show?
Oh, so many people did a lot to me. And I just want to give back to my ONPASSIVE family, just in supporting different countries, and so they can raise up, and I just give back the love and share it. So that's what our CEO wishes us, to do, and I love it. I love ONPASSIVE and our movement, our family, and it's something so special. You should definitely be on board.
Well, there you are, folks. There's the takeaway right there. Come and check it out and get on board. Angie, thank you for joining us today. I sure appreciate your time. And everyone else, thanks for watching. Have a super day. Bye for now.
Bye.